Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 accidental slip-ups on live TV.
Get title!
For this list, we'll be looking at the times people did or said things they shouldn't have on live television in the UK.
So just quickly apologise for language if anyone was offended.
Oh, we didn't expect that this morning.
How many of these did you see live? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Holly versus Autocue. This morning.
Still to come, Paul Merton plus Towie's Gemma Collins with her guide to frocks that flatter the fuller figure. But first, competition time.
Reading from an autocue is already a Herculean task, but when there's a bit of a tongue twister involved, that just makes things worse. When trying to lead into a segment involving Gemma Collins, Holly almost says a very naughty word.
Towie's Gemma Collins guide to figure-flattering frocks. Oh, that's after it.
When we get to the third time she has to say this line, she manages to nail it.
In just a moment, Towie's Gemma Collins with figure-flattering frocks for all shapes and sizes. There she is.
Not quite ready yet.
But the whole ordeal must have gotten to her, because from that point on, she could barely read the autocue. Number 9, a certain salute. BBC News. We all have a little bit of banter in the office, but for most of us, that doesn't involve being shown to the entire nation.
Now we'll have the weather forecast in a minute, and of course it'll be 100% accurate.
After a cheeky bit of back and forth with Simon McCoy, Thomas Schäfernacker, not realising he was on camera at the time, presents our host with a one-finger salute.
Preparing for it, so I'm not entirely...
You can see the look of instant regret on his face, and the poor guy had to apologise for the whole mess. Though it wasn't the first or last time he had to do that. Number 8, TMI, Loose Women. These ladies really need a late-night version of their show because they honestly can't help themselves.
This year is my 50th year, and so I've been saying yes to a lot of things that I would normally sort of say no to, and I've been kind of going out on my way to...
Lucky Nick.
No stranger to the odd innuendo, Andrea took the lead for this conversation on marriage and discussing how to keep things healthy, only it kind of came out wrong.
But, you know, things that I'd normally think, oh, it's going to be hard or it's going to be uncomfortable. Not that.
You probably won't be surprised to discover there have been other instances where she made a similar remark.
So that's even if you actually do manage to get it up the aisle. But when it comes...
We get it, Andrea. Stop bringing it up. Number 7, wrong day to fill in. Lorraine.
Probably the way people relate to Bridget is the way that women, particularly women, relate to each other.
Imagine you're called in to work to fill in for someone else, and that just happens to be the day everything goes wrong. Well, poor Rochelle has found herself in that position numerous times, including when the creator of Bridget Jones came in for a chat. When discussing the characters, she came out with this.
I just thought they were two halves of the perfect man. Like Mark Darcy was the sort of sensible choice, even though he's hot, and Daniel Cleaver was the sort of sexy that you couldn't resist.
Rochelle was left to pick up the pieces and apologise profusely. But honestly, what did anyone expect when talking about Bridget Jones?
So just quickly apologise for language if anyone was offended.
Oh my goodness.
We're very early, Helen.
Number 6, Annika Rice gets handsy. This morning,
I've gone absolutely reckless on myself.
Annika Rice and her Strictly partner, Kevin Clifton, sat in the This Morning studio for a chat with Holly and Phil. She was all over the bloke the entire interview, but when she put her hand somewhere a bit south, she came out with this.
We didn't even think we could... What's that?
That's my phone.
Innocent enough, we're sure, but maybe she should have thought before speaking.
Oh, we didn't expect that this morning.
We very narrowly avoided the Strictly curse right here. Number 5, control your guests. Good morning, Britain. Maybe chalk this one up to the difference in time zones with the US. Mourning the tragic loss of Robin Williams, this guest came on live from Los Angeles. She gave some interesting insight on the unknown lives of celebrities and how they deal with it. But then there was a slight mishap.
They can act like things are okay.
Excuse
well,
us,
that's not okay with lotteries, but we got the drift of what Dot Thomas was saying then.
Did the lav mic slipping really require a cuss? Probably not. And once again, Susanna had to plead forgiveness from the British public.
I think that when our guest lost her earpiece, she inadvertently might have uttered a word that may have offended the audience, so apologies for that.
Number 4, naughty contestant. Countdown. Countdown requires brains and nerves of steel, because there's every chance you'll get a question wrong and make a fool of yourself on telly.
9 + 1 is 10.
While your average contestant might settle for a simple oof or too bad, this guy vents like this.
You need 600 to take
away.
Yeah.
Now we understand getting frustrated, but this is Countdown, mate. This is a family-friendly contest. Keep that sort of thing for the 8 out of 10 cats version. Number 3, not very professional. Sky News.
Michelle, thanks for joining us.
What's one of the worst things you can do on the news? Well, swearing is probably right up there. Newsreader Ian King was introducing American Michelle Meyer, but he greeted her with this.
Still pretty tepid, wasn't it?
That's right, he dropped a massive F-bomb. It's funny because Ian seems like the very picture of sophistication, but we guess he has a rougher side. He did apologise in the end, but Ofcom received several complaints for this blunder.
OK, Michelle, I must apologise. I said a rude word. One of my leads fell out there. I do apologise for that.
Number 2, Allison makes a splash this morning.
I'm having such a lovely day here in Liverpool. I've got me models. What more do I've got you lot?
When they brought back the weather map on This Morning, we were all hype. Even better was the fact that it was Alison Hammond who was presenting.
And if we go up to Scotland, let me turn around. Hold on. Going up to Scotland.
Things were going swimmingly as she filled us in on the weather around the UK, but when hopping over, this happened.
It's going to be patchy rain over there. Get ready, go. All right, go. Oh my gosh, are you all right?
The poor guy gets absolutely soaked. But hey, it was a pretty good representation of British weather. This was truly the best way this segment could return to the show.
I'm so sorry, babes. Are you all right? Get tail! Get tail! Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1, apology gone wrong. Sunday brunch. Okay, so we're convinced that this show is cursed.
You're not. Just walks past it. It's like,
I
feel bad for him.
Sorry,
excuse the language.
Yeah. Oh, did you swear?
I may have sworn.
Apologies on behalf of the show for swearing.
More than any other daytime show, this one seems to find itself riddled with swear words. And why? They're just making food.
Your neighbourhood, let us know. Last Tuesday. Did you just swear?
I did. Oh, God.
Well, one of the most memorable ones had to have been this double tap. After there was a curse word used earlier in the show, they attempt to apologise. Only this happened.
Apparently there was some swearing on the show, so we apologise for that. Thanks, Mum. It wasn't you.
Was that me?
If people weren't offended the first time, they definitely would be here. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.